What if I told you that the foods you eat every day without thinking could spark outrage or even be seen as an insult in another culture? In India, some foods are regarded as sacred. In the Middle East, an ordinary bite of food could be seen as blasphemy. And in Europe, even the way you mix drinks or the toppings on a pizza can stir up controversy. These food taboos may sound strange, but they reveal how deeply culture and identity are woven into the dining table. Today, let's explore the 10 food taboos from different countries. Top 10. Judaism, the ban on mixing dairy and meat. In Jewish dietary law known as kashrut, dairy products and meat can never be eaten together. It's not just about avoiding cheeseburgers or lasagna with meat sauce. The rule goes much deeper. According to tradition, milk represents life, while meat represents death. Mixing the two is seen as blending opposites in a way that violates sacred principles. Because of this, observant Jewish families go to incredible lengths to separate them. They often keep 2 sets of dishes, 2 sets of utensils, and even separate sinks or dishwashers, one for dairy and one for meat. This taboo is taken so seriously that even waiting periods are enforced. After eating meat, you may have to wait several hours before consuming dairy and vice versa. To outsiders, it might sound extreme. But within Jewish culture, this isn't just a food rule. It's a powerful symbol of faith and identity, and one of the most strictly observed dietary laws in the world. Top 9. Egypt, the ban on eating fish. In ancient Egypt, not all foods were celebrated. For some communities, fish was seen as unclean, especially those caught in the Nile River. People believed that eating certain fish could bring misfortune, disease, or even spiritual corruption. As a result, entire groups avoided fish altogether, treating it as something dangerous rather than nourishing. This taboo was so strong that in some regions, fish was excluded from religious offerings, and those who ate it were often looked down upon. Even today, traces of this ancient belief remain. Among certain conservative or religious groups in Egypt, fish is still considered unlucky, a reminder of how ancient traditions can echo through the centuries. To outsiders, refusing to eat such a common food might seem puzzling. But for those who follow it, this taboo represents a deep connection between food, spirituality, and fate. Top 8. United States, the coffee and tea taboo. When we think of American food and drink, coffee and tea are everywhere. From busy mornings with a hot cup of coffee to afternoon tea shared with friends, these drinks feel like part of daily life. But in certain religious communities, things are very different. Followers of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as Mormons, strictly avoid both coffee and tea. To them, refusing these drinks is more than a lifestyle choice. It's an act of spiritual discipline and obedience. This taboo isn't about taste or caffeine alone. It's about following divine guidance and keeping both body and spirit pure. For believers, even ordinary drinks can carry deep moral and religious meaning, and breaking this rule could be seen as a lapse in faith. Today, most Americans enjoy coffee and tea freely, but this religious practice reminds us that food and drink are never just about flavor. They reflect identity, faith, and the values of an entire community. Top 7. France, the taboo of mixing wine with cola. In France, wine is more than just a drink. It's a national treasure, a symbol of culture, tradition, and pride. Every bottle represents centuries of craftsmanship, from the vineyards to the dinner table. So what happens if you pour cola into a glass of fine French wine? To many French people, that's not just a strange choice, it's a cultural insult. This mix, sometimes called calamazzo in Spain, might be popular in other parts of the world. But in France, it's almost unthinkable. For them, adding soda destroys the wine's essence, erases its delicate flavors, and disrespects generations of winemaking tradition. To outsiders, it may seem harmless, just another creative way to enjoy a drink. But in France, this simple act can spark shock, disapproval, and maybe even a heated debate at the dinner table. Because in French culture, wine isn't just about taste, it's about respect. Top 6. Italy, the taboo of pineapple on pizza. In Italy, pizza isn't just food. It's a symbol of national pride, a culinary tradition that has been perfected for generations. From the thin, wood-fired crust to the fresh mozzarella and carefully chosen toppings, every detail is considered sacred. So what happens when someone puts pineapple on top? For many Italians, it feels like blasphemy. Sweet, tropical fruit mixed with savory cheese and tomato sauce is seen as an insult to the purity of their beloved dish. While Hawaiian pizza has fans in countries like the US and Canada, in Italy, it's often met with shock, disgust, and a firm rejection. To outsiders, it might just be a matter of taste, but in Italy, pizza is more than taste. It's heritage, identity, and pride. And for them, adding pineapple crosses a cultural line that should never be broken. Top 5. India and Buddhist regions, the onion and garlic taboo. In many cultures, onions and garlic are beloved ingredients. They bring bold flavors, rich aromas, and a comforting depth to countless dishes. But in parts of India and within certain Buddhist traditions, these common foods are anything but ordinary. According to ancient Hindu and Buddhist teachings, onions and garlic are considered tamasic and rajasic foods, meaning they stimulate desire, cloud the mind, and disturb spiritual balance. For monks, nuns, and deeply devoted practitioners, avoiding these ingredients isn't just a matter of health. It's about protecting purity of the body and mind. The belief is that garlic and onions can fuel lust, anger, and other emotions that distract from meditation and enlightenment. So in temple kitchens, you'll rarely find them. Instead, meals are prepared with milder ingredients, like ginger, turmeric, and fresh herbs, foods believed to support clarity and inner peace. To outsiders, this taboo might sound strange. After all, onions and garlic are staples in kitchens around the globe. But within these spiritual traditions, every bite is more than nutrition. It's a reflection of discipline, devotion, and the pursuit of higher consciousness. Top 4. Africa, the egg taboo. In most parts of the world, eggs are celebrated as a symbol of life, fertility, and nourishment. They're a common breakfast food, a staple ingredient in countless dishes, and even a cultural symbol of renewal and birth. But in certain African tribes, eggs carry a very different meaning. Here, there exists a long-held belief that eating eggs could cause women to lose their fertility. Because of this, women are strictly forbidden from consuming them. This taboo is not merely about health or nutrition, it is rooted in ancient cultural fears and traditions. The egg, while symbolizing life in many cultures, is ironically seen here as a threat to life itself, endangering a woman's ability to bear children. For men, eggs might be eaten freely, but for women the restriction is firm, even sacred. Mothers warn their daughters, and elders reinforce the rule as part of their cultural identity. Top 3. Israel, the shellfish taboo. Seafood is celebrated in many parts of the world, from shrimp cocktails in the US to crab feasts in Asia to luxury lobster dinners in Europe. But in Israel, for many Jewish communities, these foods are strictly off-limits. According to Jewish dietary law, or kashrut, any sea creature that does not have both fins and scales is considered unclean. That means shrimp, crab, lobster, oysters, clams, and mussels are all forbidden. This isn't a casual suggestion. It's a rule that has been followed for thousands of years, deeply tied to both religious faith and cultural identity. In traditional Jewish households, you won't find shellfish on the menu at all. Even in modern Israel, many families who keep kosher continue to observe this taboo with absolute seriousness. To outsiders, it might feel restrictive. After all, much of the world loves seafood. But for observant Jews, resisting shellfish is more than diet. It's a way of life, a daily reminder that every meal can be an act of devotion. Top 2. Middle Eastern Islamic nations, the pork taboo. When it comes to food taboos, nothing is more famous worldwide than the ban on pork in Islamic culture. In Islam, pigs are seen as unclean, and the Quran strictly forbids eating their meat. For Muslims, this isn't just a matter of taste, it's a matter of faith. For over 1,000 years, this rule has been absolute. In many Middle Eastern countries, you won't find pork in shops or restaurants at all. It simply doesn't exist in daily life. The reason? Yes, pigs were once linked to filth and disease. But above all, this is a divine command. Following it is an act of devotion, a way to live with purity before God. Even today, from Saudi Arabia to Indonesia, Muslims uphold this taboo with complete seriousness. For outsiders, it may seem strict. But for believers, avoiding pork is about identity, faith, and honoring a tradition that has lasted for centuries. Top 1. India, the beef taboo. In India, few taboos are as powerful as the one against beef. For Hindus, the cow is more than just an animal. It is sacred, a symbol of wealth, life, and even motherhood. Because of this, eating beef is strictly forbidden in many regions. To break this taboo is not just socially offensive, it can spark outrage and even serious conflict. The cow's sacred status comes from centuries of tradition. It provides milk, labor, and fertility, making it deeply tied to survival and prosperity. Harming or consuming it is seen as an attack on the very heart of Hindu identity. Even today, the rule remains deeply ingrained. Restaurants in many parts of India will never serve beef, and entire communities treat the animal with reverence. For outsiders, it might seem unusual to call one animal holy. But in India, the cow is untouchable, a living symbol of faith and culture. And crossing this line is one of the strongest taboos in the world. From cows and pigs to milk, eggs, and even pineapple on pizza, these taboos reveal the invisible lines that shape human life. Understanding them isn't just about respecting rules, it's about appreciating the depth and diversity of our world. Which of these taboos surprised you the most? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to Top Bit for more fascinating insights from around the globe.